it's Erin from the Erin and Krista Show. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on my winter skin foundation routine with this stuff. Okay, so the first thing that I do is usually put something on my lips because I cannot stand it when I have dry lips, and I have chapsticks and lip products like squirreled everywhere around my house so that any given moment I can put something on my lips. Usually in the morning I use the Smith's Rosebud Salve, and I just picked this up, I think at Sephora, right before you check out. So the first thing I start with is a serum. I am using the Kiehls Precision Lifting and Pore Tightening Concentrate, which is clinically tested to visibly lift the skin and help redefine the appearance of facial contours while noticeably tightening the appearance of enlarged pores. So I usually do about 2 pumps. There's a little pumpy thing at the top. One usually doesn't make it to my forehead. My skin is dry, so it tends to absorb pretty quickly. So I just use this on my fingertips and sort of just put it everywhere. Always going with an upward motion. You never want to apply products in a downward motion because, well, that's not a good look for your face. Okay, so after I've applied my serum, I move on to the moisturizer, which is also by Kiehls. It's the Super Multi-Corrective Cream. It visibly lifts, firms, and retexturizes skin. I do have a Kiehls store at the closest kind of like higher end mall near me, so I tend to stock up once a year there. It's nice. I like the lady there. We kind of have a friendship going. I can't say that words and sentences. So she knows like what I like, and she always gives me the samples of the things that I like. And I usually do a pretty generous amount because, again, like a mummy. Always bring it down on your neck as well. After my skincare, my serum and my moisturizer, I prep my face first with some sort of a primer. Today I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus from the Prep and Prime line. So I just spray my face first with this. And it feels amazing. So after that is your foundation. So I'm using a CC cream because in the winter, regular foundation tends to grab onto my dry spots on my face, and a CC cream just has a little bit more moisturizing effects, and it also has a lot of anti-aging properties, which I can't get enough of. So I'm just gonna, as a pump, this is by It Cosmetics. I did pick this up the other day in our little Ulta haul, so if you wanna check that out. I'm gonna use 1 pump, and then if I need more, I'll go back in for more. I start by dotting it on my face. And I do leave a little bit on my hand in case I need to go back in with a little bit more product. And today I'm also going to be mixing in the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I also picked this up the other day at Ulta. I love Becca products. I use the powder highlighters, which I think are also called the Shimmering Skin Perfector, and I use the opal for my highlight on my cheekbone sometimes. I found that mixing this with my foundation just gives a really nice, glowy, luminous finish. So I just sort of mix that in with my foundation before I blend it in with a brush. I just use like a little bit kind of where I would want to highlight the face. So on my cheekbones, bridge of the nose, a little on the forehead, a little bit on the chin. And then I'm going to take any kind of stippling foundation brush. This one is by Urban Decay. It's the optical blurring brush. This brush has a dense base to it, like it's not fluffy. And I just kind of softly pat that in or stipple it in, starting in the areas where I need more coverage, which is always like my cheeks. They get red and blotchy. And after I've done that, lately what I've been doing is taking a dampened beauty blender and going back over with that. Because it's dampened, it has water in it, and it sort of moisturizes your skin and imparts a little bit more hydration into it. And it also shears things out if you put too much on. You just kind of bounce that around. And it feels really nice too when you do this. If you've got dry skin, it's very cooling. At this point, if I feel like I need a little bit more, I'll just pick it up with the Beauty Blender and a little on the chin. Just bringing it down a little on my neck. I like the Beauty Blender because you can use the more pointy side to get into sort of the corners near your eye. I move on to a concealer. Now, I haven't always been wearing concealer my whole life. I just kind of started doing it because I do have more of sort of bag areas occurring now with age. And it's not that I'm trying to conceal too much, it's just to even it out. I don't like a heavy concealer, so I've been using, anything that has a brush like this is gonna be on the lighter side than something that's in a pot or something that's just like a little bit more like a squeezy tube. They're gonna be thicker. This is the NYX HD concealer. So I'm just gonna put this under my eyes. When you apply concealer, you should apply it in a V so that it highlights the top of your cheekbone. The inner corner of the eye, bring it down. Outer corner, bring it down, then kind of like that, a little in the middle. Put some on the bridge of the nose, a little bit on the chin. I don't put it on my forehead here. Normally you could highlight this area, but my forehead's too dry and it just looks like a desert disaster. And then going back in with the damp Beauty Blender, blend it all out. If you had blemishes that you needed to conceal, you would want to use something that's a little bit, has more coverage than this. This could go on for hours. I could just take this thing and go like this, like for 9 days. I don't know why I like it, and maybe I'm a creep, but it feels kind of good. Okay, and so after I have everything blended in, at this point I would put my eyebrows on, but we're not gonna do that today. Because, well, we're just not. Oh, and one thing you need to do, well, at least I need to do, is set my concealer under my eyes with some sort of a powder. I don't like a lot of powders because I'm dry. If you have dry skin, powders usually will accent where you're the driest. But under my eye, if I don't use a little bit of powder, not good. A little trick I picked up, I think I watched it somewhere on YouTube, is to take your dampened Beauty Blender and put it directly into your powder. And this powder that I'm using is from the drugstore. It's the Maybelline Dream Wonder powder. It's really soft. So I just take the Beauty Blender right into it and then put it right in my eyes. And that will help set things and keep it from creasing. And sometimes if I look a little shiny on my nose, I'll put a little there. So that's it for my winter skin sort of foundation routine. Let me know if you want to see something updated in the spring when the weather changes. There will be links down below for everything that I used today. So let us know what you want to see next on our channel. If you want to see any other skincare routines, foundation routines, if you want to see Krista's routine. If you'd like to see my eyebrow routine, I could do a tutorial for that as well. Thank you for watching and see you next time, friends. Bye! Please like and subscribe. Bye! Goodbye. I'm leaving. Taking my bucket and going upstairs. Stop looking at me, Swan. You better turn it off before I flip this table over.